Have you ever been near someone who sounds kind in their words, yet on a deeper level something feels off? Have you ever sensed a quiet unease, an intuition whispering that something dark hides behind the smile? Carl Jung, one of the greatest scholars of the human mind, spoke of a core concept, the shadow. The shadow is the part of ourselves we refuse to see, the part we deny, yet it often reveals itself in how we treat others. When someone feels hatred, envy, or resentment, they try to conceal it, but it never disappears completely. The signs remain, subtle but clear, and today I will uncover 8 unmistakable signs that reveal whether someone close to you harbours hostile feelings, even when they work hard to hide them. Be attentive, because the 8th sign is the most insidious, and it may completely change how you view certain people. And now we begin. The first sign is contempt disguised as irony. Hidden hostility rarely appears openly. Some people prefer sarcasm, sharp jokes, or biting irony. They mock things they know are sensitive to you, and when you point it out, they respond with, "I was just joking, don't be so sensitive," or "You don't know how to take a joke." This behavior is especially subtle because it leaves you uneasy, while the other person maintains the image of harmless humor. In truth, repeated irony around the same topics is a clear signal of hidden contempt. If their jokes consistently leave you feeling diminished or quietly humiliated, and if this pattern repeats over time, it may not be humor at all, but repressed hostility, Jung argued. That the personal shadow is often projected onto others in subtle, sometimes involuntary ways. When someone repeatedly attacks aspects of your personality through irony, they are revealing parts of themselves they cannot accept. The second sign is hidden sabotage. When someone close to you feels threatened by your growth or success, they may undermine you quietly. Sabotage is not always obvious or direct. Sometimes it appears as misleading advice, confusion, missed messages, or small errors that quietly block your progress. A friend or family member who forgets important details, fails to pass on key information, or complicates things at critical moments may not be as careless as they appear. If these situations repeat, and always happen when it matters most, it is worth questioning whether they are truly accidental. Observing the pattern and its consistency reveals whether an unconscious desire to hold you back exists, Jung explained. That when people cannot face their own failures, they may project frustration onto others, hindering them to avoid feeling inferior. The third sign is silent competition. Some people cannot accept your success without feeling compelled to compete. Every achievement of yours is followed by their attempt to redirect attention or diminish what you have done. You share good news, and instead of congratulations, they talk about themselves. You mention a success, and they quickly say they achieved something similar or better. This unspoken rivalry often stems from deep insecurity. They cannot tolerate seeing you shine because it threatens their self-worth. If every conversation turns into a contest, there is likely hidden resentment beneath the surface, Jung believed. That shadow projection causes people to notice in others qualities they cannot develop within themselves. Those who feel inadequate often compete or belittle to avoid confronting their own insecurity. The fourth sign is superficial support. Those who secretly resent you often disguise it with shallow encouragement. When you need help, they minimize your problems or find reasons not to be present when you succeed. Their enthusiasm feels forced or completely absent. This becomes especially clear during important moments in your life. If someone close to you is always missing when it matters or reacts with indifference to your achievements, their feelings may not be genuinely positive. True support is quiet but consistent, and its absence becomes visible over time by watching how someone responds to your struggles and your victories. Jung spoke of ego dissociation, a mechanism that emotionally disconnects people from others. This can appear as coldness and an inability to truly support those around them. The fifth sign is control disguised as care. Some people attempt to dominate your life while claiming it is for your own good. They tell you what to do, criticize your choices, and question your ability to decide for yourself. Their goal is not guidance, but dependence. This control is difficult to detect because it hides behind concern and well-meaning advice. A crucial indicator is how you feel afterward. if their advice leaves you feeling smaller, more doubtful, and less confident. You may be facing manipulation, Jung argued, that the desire to control others comes from a deep fear of inner chaos, those who cannot manage their own uncertainty. Try to manage the lives of others, to avoid confronting their emotional instability. The sixth sign is criticism and gossip. People with negative feelings toward you rarely express them openly. Instead, they speak to others, spreading criticism and distorted stories. This behavior is especially dangerous because it affects you indirectly, often without your awareness, until consequences appear. If people around you suddenly act distant or cold, without explanation, it may be because someone is speaking against you. False or exaggerated rumors are powerful tools for those who harbor resentment. They slowly damage your reputation and isolate you socially, Jung explained, that discrediting others is often an unconscious attempt to project one's own insecurities outward. Those who feel dissatisfied or inferior try to balance their inner discomfort by diminishing others. When someone speaks badly of you, they often reveal more about themselves than about you. The seventh sign is an absence of joy in your success. People who genuinely care feel happiness when you reach milestones. They support you in hardship and celebrate your victories. Those who hold grudges struggle to hide irritation. You will notice it in cold responses, abrupt topic changes, or attempts to minimize your achievements. You share something meaningful, and they reply with a flat, "That's nice," or immediately shift attention back to themselves. This reaction often signals envy or unresolved competition, Jung explained, that the inability to rejoice for others points to inner conflict. Your success becomes a reminder of what they have not achieved. To ease this discomfort, they downplay your accomplishments. They may say, "It's not that important, I did something similar, or you could have done better." These are not harmless opinions, but signs of hidden impatience. If someone consistently struggles to celebrate your victories and shows annoyance instead of joy, their inner feelings likely differ from what they display. The eighth sign lies in nonverbal language and hidden details. Concealed hostility often reveals itself, not through words, but through involuntary signals. A fleeting look, a forced smile, a sudden tension, or a heavy silence can speak louder than speech. Many people can control their words, but the body betrays the truth if someone pretends to appreciate you while feeling resentment. You will notice it. Hands stiffen when you speak of success. The tone shifts slightly during praise. Eye contact disappears at certain moments, Jung believed. The body and the unconscious never lie. The mind can wear a mask, but the body responds honestly. If you sense discomfort, tension, or emotional coldness, trust that feeling. Your intuition may have noticed what logic struggles to explain. Words can deceive, but subtle gestures and silent signals always reveal the truth.